Yeah.
Did you make that?
Silent Hill TDS. J. Leo. Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggy of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions with my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze like I heat it though. Then I'm let the heater flow and sing it till the heat below. Think it's a game, I fit the day before you let him go. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire and F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs from writing scripts. Now my stable conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic.
Yeah. What up, though? I ain't even from Detroit. My man Detroit Moore got me saying what up, dog, like them Detroit niggas. Anyway, I'm from Kansas City. I don't know what I'm doing. It's your boy, Wildcard Moore, a.k.a. Modelo Moore. We made it, y'all. We made it through another week. We have hit Friday, technically Saturday, but if you're watching this, I appreciate you. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support, but most of all, just be thankful that we made it through another crazy motherfucking week. Pandemic, children, baby mamas, wives, girlfriends, whatever. Whatever you done made it through, for the ladies, your mans, your baby daddies, whatever trauma you done got, hey, bump all that. You done made it. Anyway. Go over to www.iof19.com. That's where you can find all the information on what we got going on with the I.O.W network. Of course, this show that comes to you every midnight, technically Sunday, Tuesday through Saturday, but Monday to Friday night. In my eyes, it's still Monday to Friday night. But anyway, of course, the day stream. That's every Monday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, I Often Wanted podcast. R. Bob from Philip Riddick. Daddy Cooks that comes from Philip Riddick. LJ Presents from Jeffrey L. Moore. Even Detroit Mail, big homie, he got a show coming in the works. Two Nuts, One Opinion. So keep your eyes out peeled for that. We got a lot of stuff going on the I.O.W network. Anyway, we're going to talk some sports. So, I'm going to start by saying this. I've come to that point in my life where, I'm old enough to think for myself and generate my own opinions, which, reason why I got the show. But, everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's going to say what they want to say and say how they feel. But one thing that struck a nerve with me, is people getting on LeBron for his political views and all that shit. And my thing is look, I've never been a big fan of LeBron basketball wise because I think he's the biggest flopper and you too big to be doing all that flopping. And you know, I think he's a crybaby. But I respect his greatness. Now, one thing I've always respected about LeBron is he uses his platform to you know elevate shit, bring attention to shit. And there's no problem with doing that, but you know, I've gone on air either on the I.O.W. Sports Show or the I Often Wonder podcast, and I've said that you know sometimes us as you know working class, regular everyday citizens, kind of have to kind of be leery of following you know certain big people that have certain statuses when it comes to political stuff because at the end of the day we're in two different tax brackets. You know, there's certain things that don't affect them, but I don't mind you know people using their platforms to convey a message, bring attention, bring awareness to certain things. I don't mind it at all. But you know, I just think with me personally, I'm leery about always going 100% all the way in with athletes and you know actors and actresses when it comes to social issues, is because again, we're living in two different tax brackets. Certain shit don't affect them like that. But so for people who watch soccer or football, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, well-known footballer. He's been playing professional football over in Europe. Did a few couple stints with the LA Galaxy and the Major League Soccer over here in the US to bring attention to it, but it was way past his prime. He was just a money grabber. But you know, regardless, he opened his mouth. So let's just see what he had to say. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on what Zlatan Ibrahimovic had to say. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have a take at this.
Yeah. I liked a lot, and I mean, he's a phenomenal in what he's doing. But I don't like when people, when they have some kind of status and they go in and they do politics at the same time what they're doing. I mean, do what you're good at. Do the category you do. I play football because I'm the best in playing football. I don't do politics. If I would be a politician, I would do politics. That is the first mistake people do when they become famous and they come in a certain status. Stay out of it. Just do what you're best at because it doesn't look good.
That sounds pretty familiar to pretty much what that what's her name? Laura, can't remember her last name. Pretty much says shut up and dribble. That sounds pretty familiar. Pretty similar. I got a couple of issues with that. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. One issue that I got with him opening his mouth is that he plays football over in Europe. And football over in Europe has been well documented, well known to quote unquote, you know, especially in the fans. You know, there's been a few issues with racist chants to certain black footballers that play over there in Europe. You know, I would respect him more if he stood up over in Europe and was like, yo, this racist shit, these comments that, you know, are chants that are going through the stands, you know, they're uncalled for. Why don't you speak on that, Zlatan? Speak on that shit. I have an issue with a Swedish-born dude who's trying to sit here and criticize LeBron James for using his platform on speaking about things that are wrong with the United States. And honestly, the things that are wrong with the United States can technically be applied globally, but we talking about right here. LeBron's been well documented on all his philanthropic things that he has done. Being very active when it comes to social issues. Teach his own, man. If that's what he wants to use his platform for, so be it. But for you to sit here and pretty much tell this man that just pretty much you told him to shut up and dribble, stick to basketball. Won't you be a man, Zlatan, and actually speak up about the own shit that I've already alluded to in your sport? Football has its own racial issues over in Europe. Don't speak on nothing over here at all. Gary, you got your opinion, you got your, what you want to say and how you feel. I get it. This is why I got my podcast, because I have an opinion like everybody else. Everybody got an opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. But in this moment, it's like, time you look like an asshole. And it's disappointing because I actually mess with watching soccer, football, and I was like, I like this Zlatan dude. He's a very arrogant, very confident guy about his skills. He can back him up. I ain't gonna front on that. But for you to sit here and take a shot at LeBron like that, whether the question was given to you, but it was very unwarranted. What exactly has LeBron done to you for you to even, come at him like that? I don't care what you want to portray and what you want to say, Zlatan. That was a shot. That was your shot at LeBron. But what do I know? I'm just a nigga that loves talking shit about sports. But then this, and I've gone on record many a times that it would be nice to separate politics and social things from sports. Sometimes it'd be nice, but when you have shit like this, then you got Jeremy Lin. Y'all remember Jeremy Lin? Linsanity. You know what I'm saying? He just dropped a tweet the other day about him dealing with certain little racial jabs. And just in case I didn't see the tweet on his Instagram. So something is changing in this generation of Asian Americans. We are tired of being told that we don't experience racism. We are tired of being told to keep our heads down and not make trouble. We are tired of Asian American kids growing up and being asked where they are really from, of having our eyes mocked, of being objectified as exotic, or being told we're inherently unattractive. We're tired of the stereotypes in Hollywood affecting our psyche and limiting who we think we can be. We are tired of being invisible, being mistaken for our colleague, or told our struggles aren't as real. I want better for my elders who work so hard and sacrifice so much to make a life for themselves here. I want better for my niece and nephew and future kids. I want better for the next generation of Asian American athletes than to have to work so hard just to be deceptively athletic. Being an Asian American doesn't mean we don't experience poverty and racism. Being a 9-year NBA veteran doesn't protect me from being called coronavirus on the court. Being a man of faith doesn't mean I don't fight for justice for myself and for others. So here we are again, sharing how we feel. Is anyone listening? Well, Jeremy Lin, join the club. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know, I'm not going to downplay your comments and say that they're not real because you know they are. Hey, you said it. You speaking your truth. I mean, you know, thanks for bringing awareness, but what the hell you think black folks have been screaming for the last 300 years about awareness of certain shit that happens with minorities? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't by, you know, by mistake, you know. But this adds to this narrative that I'm trying to build on why it's hard to keep social and political issues out of sports because they keep penetrating inside sports. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, stop with the woke stuff and the social issues with the sports. I just want to watch sports." And I hear you. But when you keep having instances that keep bleeding into sports that are either political, social issues, it's kind of hard to separate the two at times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that happens in certain workplaces. You know, I've dealt with certain, you know, little intricate little, you know, social jabs or things because of who I am at work. I choose, you know, depending on how I'm feeling today is, you know, I'll choose my proper reaction and how to handle the situation. But I mean, you know, good for you, Jeremy Lin, speaking up and spitting your truth. But join the club, bro. I mean, join the club. My man B, Bryant Wilkinson, what's up, baby? Holla at the BWO. Oh yeah, you're right. He does need to shut up talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, he needs to just shut up and play football. You know, he needs to play to just play your football, your little soccer, and just stop. So our politics are different from theirs, but I see the racism is the same. Oh yeah, point blank period. You know, that's why I was a little irritated about Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you know, saying about pretty much just shut up and dribble to LeBron. You know, because the issue that LeBron is standing up for is for people that look like him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, you know, I would never, ever downplay a black man that wants to speak up for black people. You know what I'm saying? The only time I real criticize it is when you kind of toe a weird line and you don't seem so solid on what you say and your actions don't back up what you say. Now I will criticize your ass on some shit like that. But for the most part, I'll never knock LeBron James for using his platform to speak up for cats that look like him and me. I would never. So, yeah, Zlatan go have several seats down. Shut the fuck up. You know, go do what you do over in Europe. You know, speaking of which, you only came over to America for a couple of years to get what? To get paid, get your bag. And then you took your ass back over to Europe to play some more soccer. So definitely shut the fuck up. For real. You could I.O.W. And if you don't know what that means, Zlatan, eat on dicks. That's what you can do. Shut the fuck up. Bitch ass. Soccer ass nigga. Anyway. I know. Don't mind me, y'all. You know, I just get irritated with cats and want to, you know, act like certain other people can't have any opinions. And I don't mind you having, like, the dude Zlatan have an opinion. It's just that he needs to be able to accept the criticism that's going to come after this. You know what I'm saying? So what makes him think we don't have to do it? That's pretty much what I'm saying with Jeremy Lin. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to say what makes him different because he's dealing with racism in the NBA because he's Asian in a 75% black league. I'm pretty sure he gets the jokes and shit. It ain't nothing different. And that's what Hey, I commend Jeremy Lin for saying what he had to say. But join the club. Get in line. Join this long motherfucking line of motherfuckers that's been dealing with shit in America that ain't fair to them. Join the motherfucking line. That bitch long as fuck. I mean, and I don't want to sit here and make it seem like I'm not sympathetic to the man's, thoughts and what he's saying, because that's not it. Because as a black man, I can relate to this Asian man's thoughts of dealing with certain comments said to him, certain prejudices and racism thrown at him. I can relate to that. Trust. But bruh, that line long as hell. It's no diss to him. It's just that, you pretty much just reiterating years and years and years of stuff that's already been said. Now, if it makes a difference because it's coming from an Asian guy, I don't know. If that's what it takes to get some progress with something, then so be it. But you're preaching to the choir, Jeremy Lin. Preaching to the choir. But I mean, so you got this the Zlatan Ibrahimovic situation, and you got Jeremy Lin's situation. So we got another situation. Elijah Millsap, the younger brother of Paul Millsap, both played in the league at some time. Well, Paul's still playing. I'm not sure Elijah still playing, but he made some allegations this week of the Jazz executive Dennis Lindsey, making bigoted comments. And then the NBA's, they're gonna do their investigation with an independent, investigation agency, and who knows how this situation is gonna turn out. But I mean, I just don't see. Let me back up. When you have people who are in the executive seats are being alleged of doing certain, saying bigoted comments, that's not a good look neither. That's just another situation that makes it hard to separate sports from social and political issues because it keeps leaking into sports. A couple of weeks ago, Chris Doyle, the strength and conditioning coach who was hired by Urban Meyer with the Jacksonville Jaguars, ended up resigning a couple of days later because it just wasn't a good look. This man was just accused of saying racist and bigoted comments to football players at the University of Iowa. But you go and hire him, Urban Meyer, like, I know him from 20 years. He's a good guy. That actually kind of reflects a lot more on Urban Meyer. That he was so willing to hire this guy with no problem at all. And made it seem like it wasn't no issue at all to hiring this man. But that wasn't a good look at all. What exactly has that man Chris Doyle going to do to, rectify his image to not look like a guy that's going to say comments like that? But again, another situation that makes it hard to separate social and political issues from sports. And let's go to baseball. So the former president and CEO of the Seattle Mariners, Kevin Mather, resigned this week because he was on a Zoom call saying idiot stuff about foreign players in Major League Baseball. They're getting paid way too much. They can't speak proper English, can't understand them. Why? Why is it we keep going in this damn circle of just people saying idiotic, insensitive comments? It makes no sense at all. You know, those are just some social issues that are going on with sports. Then in baseball, you also got, the couple of Mets personnel, coaches, general managers getting fired from being too friendly, being too pushy, being too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Making women feel uncomfortable, pretty much harassment. You know what I'm saying? Another social issue that keeps leaking in to sports. Domestic violence in NFL, domestic violence in NBA, domestic violence in Major League Baseball, domestic violence in NHL. I'm starting to realize that pretty much sports is I've always believed it's always been a mirror image of the temperature, the barometer of the social climate. And day by day, sports continue to prove me right. Am I off mark to say something like that sports are starting to pretty much be a mirror image of how the climate and the social climate is pretty much going right now? Am I too far-fetched? Let me know. You guys can always drop a comment right here and like and share as well. But am I crazy to say that? These are the things that are literally making it hard to separate social and political issues from sports. Look, for all you athletes out there, if you want to use your platform, then you got it. Then use it. But you got to be able to make sure that your actions are lining up with your words. You got to make sure that you're not just doing this for no clout. You got to be about that. And for those who are about that, I'm pretty sure they are man and woman enough to take the criticism because they know where they stand and their actions will prove such. But this is starting to get beyond sports when it comes with our social and political issues, because the temperature of the society is beginning to leak into sports. And sometimes I don't know what can be done to slowly start separating it, or just maybe that's just the time that we're in. The last few years have been so socially conscious, like I've never seen it before. But I digress. But let's get over to some basketball. Let's lighten the mood up. I done spent about 25 minutes enough on social shit. Let's lighten the mood up. It's Friday. Yeah. Let's take a sip of Modelo. I hope y'all having a good Friday night, Saturday morning. All right. So let's transition over to some basketball news. So KD, Mr. Slim Reaper himself, you know, so Kevin Durant's going to sit out, pass or through the All-Star game weekend just to, make sure his left hamstring is right. And, for those of y'all who haven't played sports, a quad injury and a hamstring injury is one of the worst ones to actually, predict how your body's going to react. One, because there's such huge muscles on your legs, and pretty much if you ain't got your legs in any sport, good luck. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be too what can I say, useful, for your team, damn sure yourself. So I don't mind the move to let them rest. I think their injury situation is a lot different from the Lakers and AD injury situation. Well, for starters, on Brooklyn, you got 3 bona fide scorers. You got KD, you got Kyrie, you got James Harden. 3 bona fide scorers, 3 people who legit can create their own offense, make sure they get buckets at any time, any place, any point in the game, and can literally take over a game. Don't matter. Lakers, you just got 2 guys. 2 guys carrying pretty much an offensive load. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it. But when it comes to Brooklyn, and the reason why I think it's actually a good idea to go ahead and rest KD, and how their situation is totally different from LA and AD's injury situation. It's just look at how the structure of the conferences are set up. I mean, you go over to the West, right? How many good teams are there besides the Lakers? It's quite a few. Okay. So Utah Jazz, best team in NBA right now. Definitely a strong team. Long chasing with Clippers. Phoenix Suns are up. They're on the rise. Portland's getting better. Well, it looks like Portland just beat LA tonight. Let's check that score real quick. I know I'm getting off track, don't? Yep. So Lakers get off the losing snide, 102-93, But so, they defeat Portland. San Antonio's over 500. Golden State's over 500. Denver's over 500. Those your 1 through 8. Go over to the East. Brooklyn's still sitting a half game back from the 76ers. And then that's without KD for the last 5 games, which they won 5 straight without KD. KD hasn't played since damn near Valentine's Day. The Nets will be okay. They've already proven that they can be okay without KD for a minute. Let him get his rest. Let him do what he's going to do. Let him make sure that hamstring is working properly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, plus, now I would say this. Now, if the Nets suffer another injury, like either Kyrie or, unfortunately, if something was to happen to James and they're down to just one of the big 3, we're having a different conversation. But I mean, you got 3 legitimate ballers that can take over a game. In LA, well, okay, so without KD, you got 2. But in LA, you just got LeBron. I just, props to the Lakers getting a victory tonight over a game, Portland Trailblazers, but they got a hard road now. That road to the championship just got hard. It really did. So, that's why I just think that there's a total difference between, KD being out and AD being out. Brooklyn has enough buffer to help. They have enough buffer to help ease the pain of missing him, of missing KD. Lakers just don't. They just don't. Besides, I want people to stop with this Dennis Schroeder. They be all right. When in the history of Dennis Schroeder's career has he been literally a savior or a legitimate weight carrier of a team to not be worried about AD being out? Y'all stop that. Dennis Schroeder's been an all-time journeyman in at most the NBA reserve kind of guy. Like, y'all stop it. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Schroeder ain't gonna be the savior to the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma said he wanted the chance to step up. He's still going. I mean, I'm still waiting for you to show up, Kyle Kuzma. And actually, the only true player that can probably give LeBron help is Montrezl Harrell. They just need to increase his minutes. But usually when you take a 6-man and plug him in the starting lineup, he's not the same guy. And let me speak on the 6-man real quick. I'm a little bit all over the place, but to me, the 6-man award is a joke because you're not a starter on your team. You're not a starter on the other 29 teams. So you be giving a trophy out to the 151st best man in the NBA? Fuck out of here with that 6-man shit. That's just a joke. And no. So anyway, you're right, B. Brooklyn is definitely in sync. Definitely in sync in Brooklyn. Y'all excuse me, I'm just over here on the messages and shit. People trying to tune in the show. Especially with and let's not get it twisted how Brooklyn's been able to still rock without KD. So KD's kind of missed some time with just the contract tracing shit, the protocols that the NBA has done. He has missed some time. So, sometimes you kind of get used to playing without a certain piece, but it makes it easier to transition once you get them. You know what I'm saying? KD is an easy person to mix back in your offense. Pretty much, just let him play a little defense, kind of get out the way, and then let him cook. KD can create his own shot. That's what he does. He's a 7-foot slim reaper. All right. When you see the man come up and pull up, you better get a hand in his face. But then if you try to stop the pull up, he's going past you. KD creates his own shots. Kyrie creates his own shots. James Harden damn sure creates his own shots. Brooklyn's fine. Brooklyn will be just A-okay going to the All-Star break, and they'll be just fine. I will say they need to go ahead, holler at one of these big men, Boogie, either holler at Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? They need a defensive rim protector. I would actually go, I've already said that the Lakers should holler at Andre Drummond, but if I'm Brooklyn, I would outbid him. I would go get Andre Drummond. I mean, you go get him. Andre Drummond is a walking double-double. He's going to get you at least 10 boards easily off rip. I mean, I'm not expecting him to go off on the point, you know. But he's adequate enough to get you at least 15. Who's gonna turn down 15 and 10? At least 15 points, a minimum of 10 rebounds. Throw in 3 or 4 blocks a game. Come on. Put Andre Drummond on the Nets or on the Lakers. Two totally different teams. Yeah. So, but with with KD, Kevin Durant, out for the All-Star game, you know, that gives Indiana Pacers Domantas Sabonis, you know, Arvydas Sabonis, little boy. And for y'all who don't remember Arvydas Sabonis, he used to slay. You know, so he's gonna replace KD, and that's actually gonna propel Jason Tatum to actually be in the NBA East started now. So, you know, Sabonis is gonna come in as a reserve, as he should. He's not a starter, but so that propels Jason Tatum to the starting lineup. And yeah, you're right. Brooklyn would be crazy not to go at least holler, see what it's going to take to get Andre Drummond. But highlight other night, y'all. We're going to take a look at a very, very, very crazy matchup tonight. Let's take a look at the Heat versus the Utah Jazz. You know, a good matchup. So I picked that as my game of the night. So let's take a quick look at the highlights, y'all. See what we're doing over here.
Kendrick against Conley. 5 on the shot clock. 2 to shoot. Olynyk unloads and scores with a. Oh, the Jazz chasing Duncan. He finds Butler. Jimmy to the basket for the score. That's usually Gobert's territory. Mitchell off the pump fake. He drives all the way in. That's the first field the offensive end. Conley using Gobert's screen. Back to the big fella. Bogdanovich for 3. Got it.
Nice shot.
On 3 for 11.
I didn't know Mike Conley was still playing.
5 from downtown. They'll keep firing, though. None from deep. Kaboom. Kendrick, the quick shots. This is O'Neal. Now Ingles will fire the left-handed 3 and bury it. Joe Ingles, 12 shooting to start the game for the Heat. Donovan Mitchell. Cross court. Bogdanovich gets by Olynyk. Lets the traffic clear and scores. 7 points for Bogdanovich. 1 point lead for Miami and another turnover. Mitchell leading O'Neal for the runaway. What a landing.
Ooh, that's a bad landing.
O'Neal's okay. Not even in the defensive end yet. Olynyk inside Okpala, outside the none. Good look at 3. Kaboom.
Threes, but so good going right or left.
Why did homeboy not?
And dynamic.
He had the pump fake on 2 dudes and kicked it out.
A few years ago.
Had an open shot right there at the rim.
2 for his last 29 I don't get that 3. Shit. That's over the last 8 games, including the night. Clarkson. He likes to. The 2 chasers up top. Clarkson from deep. That's good.
Away from the basket on the 3-point side, trying to force Duncan to get back court.
Duncan Robinson open.
That's a great way to find Duncan.
Yeah. Clarkson get his own rebound. What a pickup Clarkson was. What a one-sided trade that was. Triples, Miami 4 out of 9 from 3-point land and staying in this 2-3 zone. Ingles got a great look.
John threat going to the rim for that lob activity. It's just really difficult to match up and stay tight enough on their 3-point shooter.
Keith Vincent with a bam against Derek Favors. Nice find. Robinson, the wing 3, got it. Duncan, Olynyk for Okpala, blocked by Derek Favors. 5 on the 24 for the Dragic 3. Kaboom. Goran Dragic, Mike Conley. That's good. Conley, second trip Grizzlies history. Also, the most steals in most games played for any Memphis Grizzly player ever. The keeper by Butler. But Rudy always makes it tough when you're around that rim. We stay tied at 51. Mitchell on the drive. Bam got it with both hands, but a goaltend. Very close.
Really? I thought Bam got that.
Jazz ahead by 2. Nice cut by Robinson. Perfect one bounce. Oh, 8 seconds left in the half. Dragic got knocked down. Butler hammers it down.
Okay, Jimmy.
One knockdown deserves another. Butler in the post. Bam.
That's what you see. That's what you do, Bam. You get him in the pump fake, and you right there. You don't kick that shit out. You go up with it.
Miami's largest lead now 9. Donovan up to O'Neal. Look to put up a 3. Good look and
through him. Jimmy has 16 points now. The Heat ahead by 8. There's Bogdanovich for 3. Head by 7.
Since when did the Jazz become so damn good
Back
at
the other
shooting
way,
threes?
Mitchell.
Spider Mitchell.
And Mitchell got
one.
fouled. Basket
Wow.
counts. And that has 18 points. And the Heat lead has been reduced to 4 with 8.5 left in the third. Butler got contact and the score.
That boy Jimmy a dog, man.
O'Neal driving past Olynyk. Sets up Ingles for the 3. Oh, the drive and kick. O'Neal driving past Olynyk. Sets up Ingles for the 3. Oh, the drive and kick game. Says fakes the 3. 8 to shoot. Butler guarding Mitchell. Yikes. Donovan pulls to Jordan Clarkson. Jazz ahead by 1. Mitchell on the move. Got fouled by Alcala. And the basket counts. They're off the Mitchell miss. Here they come again. Heat trailing by 2. Olynyk for the lead. Yes. Kelly Olynyk.
Dragic nigga want from my nigga.
Hits the flip right over the top of Favors. Our 13th lead change has Utah in front by 1. Clarkson finds Gobert for the hammer job.
See, Gobert
38
can do
seconds
that.
left, quarter number 3.
Spider Mitchell does what he do. Yeah, Jazz is gonna be nasty.
Iguodala 4-3. Kaboom! Third quarter stat sheets.
Andre Iguodala's old ass still playing?
We'll share them with you when we get a chance.
Damn.
Robinson throws up a 3.
That nigga might fuck around and be the Tom Brady of the NBA.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell ran right through that.
Like he faked the handoff.
Dragic gets by Mitchell. Goes right at Gobert and wins.
Damn, Gobert. You just gonna let Dragic go right at you like that?
Gabe Vincent on Gobert. And Clarkson.
Wow.
In the 98.
Really, Jordan Clarkson?
Well, the Jazz have scored the last 5 points in this
Come
game.
on.
It's even at 103.
You got an open
left.
shot.
There's Robinson.
Yo.
A 3.
They killing me with this
7-12 left
taking
in the
easy
game.
shots to
Dragic
take a 3.
against Bogdanovich.
What if they keep missing them threes?
Iguodala for 3. Kaboom! 6-point lead with just under 7 minutes left. Mitchell slaloming through the defense. Gobert on the follow. Dragic from downtown. Kaboom! Heat ahead by 6. They've been stuck on 114 for a few minutes.
Jimmy buckets.
At least 2
Step
minutes.
back.
Butler got it. Oh, he
Been here to Bam.
I don't mind a good mid-range game.
he should have went the other way when he had 2 players there, Olynyk and Robinson. Bogdanovich for
Another
3.
3.
Got it.
Boy, they shooting threes like hell.
Conley into the paint, able to score over Duncan Robinson. Point lead, 38 seconds left. A score here would be huge. It rolls in. Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
with a
Bucket's got some
season-high
bucket love.
32
That
points.
ball just
Conley
didn't refuse.
out to O'Neal, almost a steal. Bounces to Bogdanovich. Misses the 3. And the rebound to Butler. He finds none. The clock is down to 19 seconds. Butler racing ahead, fouled by Royce O'Neal. You can feel the heat.
They're going to try to foul.
In the Butler makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch, and Butler finally gets fat. 3 points for Butler, 5-point lead for Miami. 12 seconds left. Mitchell's 3, way off.
Wow.
Rebound,
Yeah.
Iguodala.
Real long.
Close it out here.
Clarkson, open 3.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. Air
Jordan
ball.
Clarkson, a nightmare
Wow.
game. So 59 points between
And that's
Jimmy
how it
Butler
ends, y'all. So that's a big win for the Miami Heat. Taking down the number 1 team in the NBA, the Utah Jazz. Damn, man, like the Jazz, god damn, they threw up 46 3-point attempts. My goodness. My. That's a lot of shooting for mine art, but that's the league these days, man. Which kills me because, Rudy Gobert's like 7'1", 7'2", man. Go feed that man the rock. Go post up on the corner like a light post. Yeah. Like, I saw a quote from Shaq. He said, I will still put up 60 points in today's game. He right. Like, I saw at least more than one occasion that, cats had a pump fake, had a clear path to the bucket and kicked it out. Like, I'm not used to this, man. I'm used to motherfuckers just going down and just saying, I'm the big dog. Bump that. We just gonna yoke. But either way, big win for the Heat. They're starting to get healthy. They had a slow start. Jimmy Butler starting to get back in the swing of things. Him and Dragic going off. And, it kind of helped build Bam's confidence because he wasn't built to carry the weight while Jimmy was hurt early in the season. That's not his game. But, that's what else is going on in the world of basketball. Of course, Warriors got a victory over Charlotte Hornets. Clippers bounced back from their loss last night and get a victory. I'm sorry, not last night. Yeah, it was last night to the Grizzlies. And they were able to get a little bit of payback on the Grizzlies tonight. But let's transition to one more last clip. And it's from I Am Athlete. So if you guys haven't seen it on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcast, check it out. Brandon Marshall, Fred Taylor, Channing Crowder, and Chad Johnson, aka Ocho Cinco, got their own little thing, and they got a little good thing going on. But I saw this, I stumbled on this clip, and I figured, let's talk about it real quick.
So look, it ain't about forget that. T.O. I broke your record, bro.
No, yeah, you got 21 passes. And
I love T.O.
Yeah.
So you think your career was better than mine?
Oh, for sure.
You think so? You think you're a better receiver than me?
Yeah. You feel like you can wear that shirt right here with confidence?
No.
Okay, well, no then.
Oh, so you think you're the GOAT?
Yeah. I'm one of them.
No, ain't no one of them.
The
GOAT is the GOAT.
I'm
Greatest of all time.
One of them.
No, ain't no one of them. Ain't no GOAT. What is this? We had this conversation about the GOAT.
It's a big pack of GOAT.
One of them. I'm one of them.
No, ain't no one of them. No, who is the GOAT? Who is the GOAT?
Jerry Rice, GOAT. Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
So take the sweater off. Take Deion Sanders' son's shirt off.
This is representation right here.
Hey, you ever seen a goat by itself?
Huh?
You heard me? Have you ever seen a goat by itself? And there's always a herd of them, right?
I seen one by himself.
But it is an acronym for greatest
You
of
didn't
all
answer
time.
the question.
I answer what GOAT means.
When you see a goat, don't you see it always a group or a herd of goats, right?
So who's the GOAT? So who's the GOAT?
It's always
Who's
gonna
the
be.
GOAT?
It's always gonna be a lead GOAT.
Who's the
So
GOAT?
who's the lead? Who's the lead GOAT?
Lead goat.
Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
And where do you fall in the pack of GOAT?
Jerry Rice is one. I'm 1A.
You right behind Jerry.
So then take off. Give me the sweater. I'm gonna send that to Jerry Rice. Give me the sweater. Give me. Don't be smiling.
It's a lot of courage.
T.O. right there behind Jerry.
Curry
T.O.
GOAT.
right behind Jerry.
Yeah.
Why you not number one? Why you not the GOAT?
He played 20 years. I played 15.
Yeah.
But why does it matter? Doesn't matter. Why aren't you the GOAT? So you feel like his numbers. Who's the better receiver? Forget numbers. Take numbers out. Who's the best receiver to grace that green grass?
I had to give my respect to Jerry.
So okay.
I did. I had to give my respect to Jerry.
Okay.
Granted, I did some amazing things considering where I came from
Mm-hmm.
and what my aspirations and my passion was. Jerry, that's what he grew up wanting to do. This dude, like, he lived and bred wanting to be a receiver. Like, you heard the story. This dude catching bricks, working with his dad.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he wanted to do. That was his goal. Was to.
Hey, those are some interesting comments. I just want to play that clip because, we always had the LeBron, MJ debate. What's wrong with having a herd of goats? Chad Johnson, who normally talk crazy, actually had a valid point. You never seen a goat solo. Not like that. You see a herd. And so, and I know they trying to, bring metaphors and shit like that. But I mean, that's not far fetched. And T.O.'s credit, I'm glad he wasn't, that cocky and so into himself that he sat there and just said, "No, I'm the GOAT." No, hey, in my opinion, Jerry Rice is the GOAT, and there's nothing wrong with being okay with saying that. I can be a GOAT too, but I'm not the GOAT, and that's okay. I didn't have. Hey, I think that's actually cool. That them fellas actually had that conversation, and T.O. Was man enough to say, this is what it is, and I'm okay with it. I mean, but to me, a GOAT can be a GOAT at his point in time. Yeah, I'm with you on that beat. Like that word GOAT is thrown around too much. But what's wrong with having GOATs in different eras and take the GOAT in different eras and just put them in a whole group of GOATs? You know what I'm saying? A herd of GOATs. I mean, it's fair. Randy Moss will be in that herd. Of course, T.O.'s in that herd. But Jerry Rice is the lead GOAT. The lead GOAT for sure. So, hey. All right, y'all. Got the last couple of minutes, and of course, before I get up out of here and leave y'all with some more music from Silent Hill. I appreciate everybody tuning in, dropping comments, saying what's up, doing this and that. The support that I get from the viewers every night. Of course, my big kinfolk, Bryant Wilkerson, I always appreciate the love that you do. I hope you staying safe on them roads out there, big homie. Hope you ain't got to deal with no crazy mess. Always pray for your safety every night, my dog. Especially to all you truckers out there. I got plenty of trucker friends, so I hope y'all stay safe out there. But hey, another show in the books. We'll be back Monday night, aka early Tuesday morning, midnight. All right. Peace and love. Modelo Mar is out.
Sound like hell, TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt corrode, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control, overload. Burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated, elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system in need of patience. Point blatant, do it in reversing to the point taken, putting in work to muscle jerk. And my joints aching, numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below, twisted, agitated. Hear me another gram, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in the chokehold with a tight grip. Niggas inciting shit, most people they bite your lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan business. Reach for a pack of guards, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate, but I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Man, shit pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light? Fuck that, I'm just going to shit. Yeah. Yeah. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready go. Light another pack, watch the blood corrode. Let it go, read this to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready go. Light another pack, watch the blood corrode. Let it go, read this to the beat, about to take control.